Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Tech Help Club. Today I will discuss about software switch in FortiGate firewall. So software switch in a FortiGate firewall is a virtual switch that behaves similarly to a physical switch, but it entirely operates in a software mode, which allows multiple physical or VLAN interfaces to be grouped together and enabling them to act as a single layer 2 switch. Software switch provides the capability to connect different interfaces within the FortiGate so that they can communicate as if they were on the same physical switch. So let's start our today's lab. So this is our today's topology. Before explaining the topology, let me start all the devices because it will take some time to boot up. Here I am using one FortiGate firewall whose port 2 is connected to our ISP router, and ISP router is configured in a DHCP mode and it will provide IP automatically or dynamically to our port 2, which is our ISP facing port, and port 1 is our management port which is connected to the management cloud. It will also take IP dynamically through the management cloud, and port 3, port 4, port 5, all these interfaces connected to the user, and I will call out all these interfaces in a software switch interface. I will make them act as a software switch. So our today's tasks are, first task is we have to set up a communication between PC1 to PC2 and PC3 and vice versa. They should communicate with each other. So for that we will not configure any firewall policy or any routing on the FortiGate. We will only call out all the connected interfaces to the software switch, and that's it. By doing so, they can communicate with each other. But if they want to communicate to internet or to the outside world, we have to enable or we have to apply few configuration on the FortiGate level. First configuration is to allow the traffic from inside to outside, that is from software switch interface to the our WAN interface or to the ISP or to internet. And the second is we have to create a static route so that any traffic hitting on the software interfaces will go outside through the port 2. So let's start all the devices and let's configure. Let me open the Fortinet or FortiGate first. Hit enter, and you all know you have to set up a password initially. So I have already set up a password. So login default name is admin and password, and that's it. Now hit a command show system interface and question mark. You will see it already has taken IP on port 1 through DHCP, which is our management facing interface, so that we can take a GUI access through this IP. Let me copy it, paste it, and log in via user admin and password. Not now, later. And before starting anything, let me increase the timeout from 5 minutes to 480 minutes so that it will not goes log out again and again. Hit apply, and now we have to configure all the interfaces. Port 1 is already configured. Port 2 we have to make it to ISP port. Let's go to our network here. Interface is here, and go to the port 2. Write the alias name as ISP, and role is WAN, and IP addressing should be dynamically, and that's it. Allow ping and hit OK. Now you will see after some time it will take IP. Let me reopen it and you will see it started its DORA process and will get IP. Here we go. We have IP now. Click on interfaces again and configure port 3, port 4 and port 5 which is connected to our LAN interfaces or the users. So make it as a LAN interfaces, LAN 1 and role LAN, and that's it. Allow ping. Okay, and port 4 LAN 2 LAN and hit ping and okay. Port 5 LAN 3, role is LAN and ping and okay. Now I have created all the 3 ports as a LAN ports, and now we have to create a software switch interface. For that you have to go to create new interface and name it as a software switch, soft switch. Alias name also you can give a software switch. You have to select the type, which type you want to make for this interface, and click here and select the software switch. And now you have to call out all the interfaces member which comes under our software switch. So call out LAN 1, LAN 2 and LAN 3 and close it. Now we have to give some IP address here which works or act as a gateway for all the users connected on these switches, these ports. Let me give IP 10.0.1.254/24, so which is this IP and from this subnet. So allow ping. Okay. And one more thing, you can do 2 types of IP assignment on the users. You can assign IP statically, PC1, PC2 and PC3, or make them a dynamic assignments so that it can take IP automatically. So let me configure the DSCP on the software switch interface. Here we have a option DSCP server. You have to enable this and you have to give range from where to where you want to assign the IP addresses, right? We have a 3 PCs, so let me give IP up to 20, so that is it, and give a DNS server which is our 8.8.8.8 and least timeout should be default and hit OK. That's it. Now let's move on to our topology and open our PC1 here and PC2. Let me open side by side. PC1 is this, PC2 is this one, and let me open the PC3 as well. So PC3 I will keep it on other side. Okay, so that we can compare all the configuration or all the testing side by side. So first of all, let me see whether it's taken the IP or not. So here you can see it's not connected earlier, but now it's taken the IP 10.0.1.1 which is from the this pool and which is assigned dynamically on PC1 via our DSCP server which is configured on our Fortinet. So let's open it and let's check other user here and go to the control panel, network, and make it as a DSCP assignment. Hit apply and exit, close it, and now move to our third user. Our default password is test123. Open it and go to CMD and see if it's get IP or not. ipconfig, you can see it already has taken IP 10.0.1.3, which is from this pool. And now check here, if config, it has IP 10.0.1.2, and check IP here, if config, now you can see 10.0.1.1. Now these three users already taken the IP. Now let me ping from user 1 to user 2, 0.1.2, which is our user 2. This is our user 2 in center. Okay, here we go. I am able to ping it. Okay, now let me ping user 3, which is .3, and I am able to ping. Now move to our PC2 and test ping 10.0.1.1, which is our user 1, and we are able to ping it. Now check for user 3, and that is also working. Similarly, in this PC or user, you can test user 1 10.0.1.1, and I am able to ping it. Now you can check user 2. So here you can see I am able to ping all the devices. PC1 able to access 2 and 3, and 2 able to access 1 and 3, and 3 able to access 1 and 2. So that is our first task, which is achieved, and now we have to move to our second task. What if they want to communicate with outside world, or they want to access internet? So for that we have to do some configuration at FortiGate level. So let me show you that configuration. First of all, we have to create a one static route. Create, this is our default subnet or a destination. Now put the gateway. Our gateway is 192.168.1.254, which is our ISP facing interface and configured on this modem. So on this port we have IP 1.12, which is on our FortiGate firewall, and 1.254 is at the WAN router interface, which is configured on the ISP router. So that is our static route. Let me give the administrative distance minimum so that it can follow this route. Okay. Now we have to create one firewall policy which allows the internal traffic to the outside. By default we have a implicit deny, so that is the reason they cannot communicate to the outside. But if you want to allow, we have to put some policy which suggests allow the traffic from these users to the outside, and we have to keep that policy above this policy. So let's create and name it software switch to the internet. Incoming interface should be software switch, and outgoing interface is our ISP port 2, and source I am taking all. You can select whatever source you want to allow. So this is just for the practical or the lab purposes. I am allowing all the traffic, and NAT is enabled, and capture all the logs here, all session, and hit OK. That's it. Now configured one DNS as well. Specify with the Google DNS name here. So apply. That's it. Now we already have opened our PC1, PC2 and PC3. Now let me stop this internal communication, and I will hit the internet from the PC1. So here you can see I'm not able to access the internet as of now. Why so? Let me show you the reason. So we have two interfaces having the internet access. One is the port 2 and one is the port 1. So we have to make sure the admin distance or the distance of the port, which port has the lowest admin distance, the traffic will traverse through that port. So let's check. First interface is check the port 1 interface. Here you can see we have administration distance 5. And now go to our static route. Check here, we have a same administrative distance 5. So we have to change the administrative distance of the port 1 because we don't want to move our traffic on this side. We want our traffic should go through this way. So let's change the administrative distance or distance for port 1, make it 15 and hit OK. Now let's check. Yeah, here you can see now the traffic start flowing through all the users. Now we are able to reach internet. You can see here, right? Now if you want to see logs on FortiGate, you can see from two ways. First, go to log and reports here and see the forward traffic. You will see 10.01.3 is our source, which is trying to access this destination, or you can see the logs from here as well. FortiView sources, I'm trying to hit the services from these two users. So these users will capture their logs here, and FortiView destination, you can see the destination 8.8.8 and the port, destination port is ISP facing port. So they are going towards the ISP port, and through that port they are traversing to outside. And also you can see FortiView sessions. Here you can see all the users having some sessions and logged here. Let me generate some more traffic. Let me close it and hit 1.1.1 and start doing 1.1.1 from this user as well and from third user as well. 1.1.1.1. Okay, now all the three users generating some traffic. Now let me refresh this. Here you can see .1, .2 and .3. Now let me go to logs and reports, forward traffic. You will see all the traffic coming from port 1.2 and 1.3 and 1.1 will also show here. This is the virtual environment, so we'll take some time to capture the logs here. So that is it for today. I hope you understand the software switch now. If you still have any doubts or any query, you can write down me a comment. I'm very happy to help you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.